We are live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Linda's Stamping Escape. I hope you are staying warm. It is chilly out there. We are on day three, excuse me, day three of our spring mini catalog kickoff party. And I am back to share Cute as a Bug tonight. So I am excited to share that with you. Got some cute stuff planned for you guys. If you're ready, are you ready? Hi, Tony. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Barb. Okay, if you just hopped on, don't forget to say hello. There's Kay. So welcome, welcome, ladies. I'm going to kick this off because I'm not sure how long this is going to take tonight. I have some pre-made cards, and then I have some that I will be making with you. So besides the cute as a bug, you're going to see me highlighting the reason to celebrate stamp set and prayers and promises. These are both in the catalog and excellent, excellent word choices. I think these are two of the best they've had for a while. We've needed some with prayers and reason to celebrate. There's just everything in there. So, hey, Sandy, welcome. So, let's take a quick look at our cute as a bug paper. All right. So, this one here has different designs on. And what do I call this? It's more of a divided patterns. So, you can cut these. And what you would do is cut along this line here and then cut along this line here. They actually make it quite easy. And then you can bring it in and cut those other pieces out. So I did that with my other sheet. So you'll be seeing projects made with this sheet. Okay, and the back side of that is very nice because you can use this for anything. We got some mushrooms growing. They're so cute. I got to show you something with this one. And then on the back of this looks like we're having a picnic. That's what this reminds me of. And this one's got some cute little critters on it, some little bugs. So I really haven't really done anything with this one yet, but I'm sure I will. So you'll see more. This one I absolutely adore. I love this one. It is so pretty. And then on the back, well, it really doesn't matter to me. This is cute, but I won't be using it because I just love this one. I don't know what it is, but tell me what you think. And then we got this little guy who's just full of bugs. So the other day I sat down while I was watching TV and I fussy cut a whole bunch of these out. Oops, and this has some cute little flowers on the other side. And then we have another one that has more bugs, little patterns. And I must tell you, I have been experimenting with a lot of the different die sets that we have um, to see what exactly goes with that. So I was playing around and I'll show you some of what I figured out here. So Kay says she loves them all. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to start with this sheet here. This is the one with all the different patterns. Okay, I'm going to set that off to the side. And we're going to start out simple. None of my cards are hard tonight or too fancy or anything. So I have an A2 side card here. I can pull my pieces out. Okay, so we have a 8.5 by, oops, all my pieces fell out here. That's my inside. Okay. and then A2. So it is 8.5 by 5.5. My mat is 5.25 by 4. And then I cut my designer paper, which is the one in the corner. Barb said, love me some bug DSP. Yes, we're going to be using this one first. So this had to be cut down. And because this was 4 inches by 5.25, I cut this piece down to, because I didn't want to cut any more than I had to, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So I just got that little 1/8 inch there, but I wanted that on white. So I got the Mossy Meadow. For some reason, that name wasn't popping into my head. So I have the Mossy Meadow here, because that'll pull out the dark tones in our designer paper here. And then I wanted the white because that's really going to make our flowers pop. Now here is a piece of the leftovers. So you can use either side. I actually think, I'm going to do the green side. And I'm just going to put that right here. And again, for the inside of my card, that is 4 inches. The mat is 4 inches by 5.25. And then I just trimmed 1/4 off of this. So I didn't do that fancy. Oh, I guess I did. I did do the 8ths. So this one is also, and I will have these dimensions with the video or on my blog. You will find them. 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. There we go. Let's get that on there. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so this is going on our inside. And I matted the inside. You don't have to, but I did just to add a little more strength to the card and just to add a pop of color in there. There we go. Now we're going to mount this one on here. So we're going to start out with super simple cards and how to use those pre-designed pieces on our designer paper. Okay. So super simple here. That mossy metal that pulls the dark colors out and the white to pull our florals out. Okay, we're going to use mossy metal ink. And on this one, I am using the prayers and promises. And this is die cut with the, let me think, I'll get it, Nested Essentials. So I told you I've been playing with a lot of the different dies that we have. So yeah, there is one set that I have to have in the mini catalog, but right now I'm just playing with the ones I have here. Okay, I'm crossing my fingers here, hoping I have that on straight. Hi, Chris. There we go. Up a little crooked. So thank goodness I did a backup. There it is. It says, may you feel God's care and healing as you recover. And this is such a pretty pattern that I really wanted something nice and sweet as a verse. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I'm going to bring this up close, and I don't know if you can see that, but in with these petals is just a hint of our cloud cover. So I'm going to use the cloud cover ribbon, and I'm going to add a little bit of that to the back of my greeting here. And we're just going to swirl that back and forth. So let me add some adhesive, and this is that real sticky stuff. So I'm crossing my fingers that it stays. The way I wrap this, though, it's probably going to need a little more. So I'm just going to go back and forth on this. Yep. Go that way. And I'm going to come back up and out this way. Ooh. I have to sharpen my scissors. So there you go. Just a little bit of that ribbon to set them flowers up. It's so pretty. And now I'm going to use dimensionals to set that in place and to pop up our greetings. So push them down and it'll hold that in there. Even though I am using Stampin' Seal Plus, I still always use my dimensionals to hold my baker's twine or ribbon or whatever down. And then we're just going to put that right there. To make sure I'm straight tonight. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to take my big scissors. I wish they still sold these, ladies, because they are a gem. I've had this for I don't know how many years, and look at how sharp it still is. Love it. Okay. So that's simple. There's just a little bit of glimmer in there, and I don't know what happened. My computer just turned off on me. Oh. So I won't be able to see your anymore. Some days I just don't like technology. You know what I mean? Okay, I am going to bring the Wink of Stella in here because this has a little bit of shine. So I'm just going to hit my flowers just here. And I'm going to do I call these snowdrops because that's what they remind me of. I don't know if anybody else knows what kind of flowers these actually are. I think they look like snowdrops. So I'm going to give just those a hint of the Wink of Stella. And with that cloud cover there, it just all ties everything in. Pretty? Love it. So on that same sheet, you could take the other big one. This one here is what I use next. And what I did with this one, let me bring it out here, is I A2 size. Matte is pretty much the same size, but what I did is I cut the designer paper down to 3 3/4. That way, each one of my strips is 1 1/4 inches. It left enough on my mat, and you'll see that I shortened the mat to match, or I actually lengthened these to match this, and I'll post those dimensions later. But I just wanted the little strips to show through just to give you a little bit something different to do with that. So this is the Cajun Craze and the Mossy Meadow. And the designer paper was cut to 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I cut my mat to the 5 1/4 too. So, and on this one, I used the Reason to Celebrate and the Spotlight on Nature's die and stamped that in the Cajun Craze. Okay, and I have one more because I had to make a card with something new for my tutorial group. So this is the card I made. And again, this is with that same paper. And little ant down here, look at his little hands are up and he's yelling, "What a party!" And then I fussy cut one of the bees out. And then I have some of the clear little droplets there. So this is my tutorial groups card. And then my inside. Just take those corners. Don't let them go to waste just because they're in the corner. I always use side pieces and corner pieces to decorate the inside of my card. So, how cute is that? So, these three are just from this one sheet. So, this one here. So, I used all the big ones, but I'll be back. I'll share some of the little ones with you. Um, they're all spread out because I cut all them little guys out. So, my whole basement is full of bugs, but they're cute bugs. Okay. Now, what I would like to do is share with you. Trying to find that paper again. There we go. Let's start here with this pretty paper that I fell in love with, right? So if we stay on the simple bandwagon, I have this card here, which is just your basic A2 card, basic cuts. Matte is 4 by 5 1/4. My designer paper is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 because I just wanted that little pop of green because there's so much green in here. And then I wanted more of my, I almost called this eggplant. Oh, heaven forbid. Our blackberry bliss. So I matched that with our little blackberries there. And on this one, I brought in the prayers and promises again. Hi, Sharon and Beth. Um, so I brought that one in. Here's prayers and promises. And it says, keeping you in my thoughts, holding you in my heart, and remembering you in my prayers. And to me, this is kind of special because this is one that I would have sent to my grandma because she always grew her own strawberries and blackberries. So it just kind of reminds me of her. And this beautiful stamp set works so well together. So, on that note, I've got another little card here, and we're going to make, you guys know I love this style of card. So, this one starts, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to get the dimensions because I think it's 8 1/2, 8 1/2, fold it over, and 4 1/4. This piece is 4 inches by 4 inches. And then my designer paper, and let me start adding this. Might as well, right? So we're back with the Mossy Meadow and Blackberry Bliss. I was trying to stick with the same color palette, at least my green, throughout all my cards tonight, so that you didn't, if you like the cards and you want to make them, you don't have to go jumping up and down and swapping out ink pads. Okay, just have to make sure this is in the right direction. The designer paper is cut 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Because I just want a peek of the Blackberry Bliss on this one. There we go. And then this is going to be our front. So what I'm going to do is when I'm ready to put this together, I'm going to lay this on this so I know exactly where to put this piece so it still fits in the envelope. But before I do that, I want to pull that Mossy Meadow back out. Deborah says she really likes that. Yeah, I know. It hurts my feelings when our products go out of stock so fast. But yes, you know you can put a notification in there, right? You just click on that little thing and they'll tell you when it's coming. So I'm going to gently, and I really want to make this soft. So I'm hardly touching it all. Here we go. That's why you saw me tap most of it off here. Just gonna brush in ever so softly in the center there and bring it out even softer on the edges. There we go. And now we're gonna bring in some of them little critters that I been fussy cutting. Okay. Oh, I thought I pre-stamped that one. Guess not. So we're going to brush this with the Mossy Meadow. And what this does, and I'm actually using very vanilla on this. This is not white because I went with the more of the background color. And then with the green, it just ties in really nice. So I'm going to put these guys on. This I want to stamp. And I don't know if I want to go with the Mossy Meadow or I think I will. We're going to go Mossy Meadow on this one. And put right in the center there. I don't know, can you see better than me? There we go. It says, love you. It's just so cute. All right. And all you have to do once you get these guys trimmed out is we're just going to put dimensionals on them and pop them up. There they are. We got the big ones and the little ones out tonight. When I use all little ones, it just seems for me to take too long. But sometimes they are very, very useful. Do you use both? The big and the little ones? I hope so. There's the little ones. Oh, I got lots of them up here tonight. Okay, ready? Get one right up by his little face there. And one up in the wings. Now my little bee here that I'm going to be using actually was carrying a water can, but I trimmed that off because I didn't want him sprinkling on my. Oh, actually, that would have been funny considering they could have been using the leaf as a umbrella, right? Okay, before I put my bee on here, I want to make sure I have room here for. Okay, let's put him down here further. That looks good. We don't have to be so picky, right? Sometimes we get a little overzealous and think everything has to be perfect, but the people who we send our cards to are like thrilled as pie to get what we send them. Chris says yes. He said, I use both. Okay. I'll put this on here. Hello, Dawn. And I am going to wait with this. Let's put this on the back here. Okay. This is just my little measurement tool here. So it's kind of like right up to the back of our little critters. So that, and keep my stuff down. This is just my guide. And I have one down in the basement where my sheet is actually, I have a square drawn on it, so I always know where to put it. Tip him this way, just to make sure my. There we go. Now he'll fit into the envelope. And he's just a cute little card. And I am going to put that love you right here. I wish I had baker's twine. Can I leave that up here? That would be cute back there. Must have taken it downstairs. I do have some. This'll work. Just a little added fun, right? We'll do the same thing we did with our ribbon. There we go. That just fills up that space a little bit better. Except I'm going to move it sideways. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to give it a little twist so that it doesn't all unravel on me. And then put this, there we go, where I want it. There you go, more to the side. Looks better, right? Now, if you'd like, you could actually pop up this as well. But I figured since I had my bee and the little bug popped up that I did not need to pop this up too. So I just want to make sure. Ooh, pull it. Just moving it over. Just a hair. So I feel like it's, there we go. There we go. More centered. Don't make everything perfect, but I still want to make it look good. So there we go. We have this one here, and then our simple yet beautiful card. We need some embellishments on this one, don't we? Let me find something here. I've got the Moody Palette Glossy Dots, and I'm going to use the green, of course. So let's pull one of these, and I'm going to put him, let's put him down here by the Love You. And that one is not coming off for me. There we go. The little one wins. So we're going to put one up here. I really want me to take your pick tool back. I have to find it. Okay, we're going to put two of them up here. There we go. Then we got our little, actually, let's go here. Let's highlight that greeting a little more. Still have our triangle, which draws your eye around the card. We got our pretty designer paper, and we got embellishments on both our cards. So pretty, just something simple that you can make with that paper. So, as I said earlier, I was working with the designer paper and different dyes, and I'm looking for my mushroom paper. There he is. So this one here. And playing with different dyes, and I found that the arch dyes work really nice. So I cut one out of the designer paper, and then I cut the back out because you know they layer, so that's really nice. Let's just put this together while we're chit-chatting. And again, this is also cute as a bug. That's what we're playing with tonight. And discovering different dyes that work with these. Well, while I was playing with the rest of the stuff, I just saw this laying down there, and this is the eyelet embossing folder. So I grabbed that, and because I was already working with the Mossy Meadow, I had a back. So my card base, A2, and then our mat, which I embossed with the eyelet embossing folder, gives us lots of fun texture. Kind of looks cool with those mushrooms. And I have no card designed with this. This is all just in my head right now. And I have a couple different bugs here that I have cut out, some extra little mushrooms. I wasn't sure if I liked, so I'm going to let you guys help me pick this one out. Are you ready? So we can do this one here, which is kind of what I had my eye on because my greeting is sending love. I got all my scraps here that I have laying. Just keep my white scraps out just for this occasion. And then I have some of the mossy meadow that I grabbed. Or maybe we could put the mushroom on this side and put him on here. And we could still say sending love, but I just didn't think that matched quite well enough. We could actually turn it this way. I don't know. What do you guys think? We're making this card together. So you tell me whether you want um they're both like almost the same bugs, aren't they? Just a little different. So let's talk green bug or pink bug. Which bug would you like? And then we can figure out where to put our um mushrooms. And while we're doing that, I am going to stamp. So you tell me green bug, pink bug. And we are going to stamp the greeting. And our sending love also comes from prayers and promises. That's going to fit right in there. Hope I got that straight. I got one pink one so far. Did I shake? No, that's pretty good. Do I have another one just in case? Horizontal mushrooms on the left and the pink bugs. So we got two pink, three pink. Oh, pink's winning. So right now we're kind of in this mode, which is fine. I just want to get my greeting stamped on straight. Oh, we got one green bug. Gonna have to make another card. This is for all my knitting friends. Girls, I'm too busy talking. I can't stamp my greeting here. We're having issues. Oh, now I got it over inked. Okay. Push hard. Oh, much better. Okay. So right now, pink is in the lead. And not to worry, I will use that cute little guy. You all know I'm going to use him because guess what? I was too busy cutting. And I really don't mind that because you're doing it while you're watching TV. So, well, it looks like the pink bug is in the lead. So we're going to go with that one. And I am, because this is so nicely embossed, I am not going to pop up our arches. And if you guys bought that Everyday Arches bundle, then you should have this die and grab those dies out and use them because, oh, all my dies are laying out on my table right now as I play with all the stuff with the new catalog, just because it's so much fun to play with. Okay, I'm going to do my famous snip snip like I always do. You guys know I love doing that. And on this one, I don't think I like the fat one, so I'm going to go with just this little bitty one here, and I'm going to stick him behind just to give it a pop of color as we go out. How does that sound? Sound good? Okay. Let's just, I'm going to line this up. See what I'm doing? I'm using this to line this up, and then I'm going to put this over the top. If I quit wiggling it. There we go. Ah, very nice. Now I can just snip off the extra. Just leave a little bit out there. It's just a cute little touch, right? Just a little added something to that. All right, so let's do that. Again, our dimensionals will go over the top of our added piece there. Keeps everything nice and tidy. My sending love is all pink from Valentine's Day. Okay, I'm going to bring this right up in there. There we go. We're going to pop that up and pop this guy up. Not sure I'm going to use those mushrooms or not. And something tells me I'm going to have to use a lot more little guys on this one. He's got some little parts here. I don't even know if this will fit in her head. Can he? Ooh, just made it. Okay, one up here. I think we can even do the tail. I get the flat sides out. If not, I'll just trim it off with my scissors. Oh, such a teeny little bit. Look at that. Ah, you guys, we make cute cards together. Mushrooms? Yes or no? That little mushroom. Do we put him on or do we leave him off? I'll let you guys decide that too. This one is your card. Play with this one. As I'm flinging the little backs all over. That's okay. Let's put this right about here. We're going to have her touching just a little bit. Okay. And Sandy says yes. Yes for the mushrooms. So I can put them down here if you want. And I'm going to pull those. Barb says yes. I'm going to pull the Moody Palette glossy dots back out. And I'm going to go stick with my greens because there's so much white on here already. Whoa. Did you see that? This one just flew right up there. So we're going to put this down here. Let's put him right there. And we're going to grab. Oh my goodness. Let's go way up here. You guys, it takes me longer to put dimension or the embellishments on. Look at this. This guy is just all over the place. Okay. Oh gosh. There. Finally. He's on. All right. And one more. Okay. And let's put him up here. Let's draw your eye up a little bit. So there we go. And we got yeses on the mushrooms. So we're just going to add a little adhesive back there and tuck them right down by our greeting. There we go. Ladies, I thank you. Look at our beautiful card we made. And this was with the mushroom paper and some of those fussy cuts that we did. But I wanted to show you some of the cards, from the different papers. And when I first saw the mushrooms, I wasn't real sure what to do with them. But when I found out that the Arches die works perfectly with them, I'm going to be cutting out a whole bunch of mushrooms. And they're so cute, aren't they? So there it is. The card you and I made together. So we make a great team. So you can all come over here and help me design for retreat, right? Wonderful. You know what? I can't help it. I'm going to add a little bit of wink of Stella to her flower just because I can. And I've done that with some of the other flowers. The white ones on the other card looked really cute. So there we are. There's our card. Can you see the wink of Stella on there? So cute. So I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. I'm going to try actually to make shorts out of this video so you can see the three separate, but this live will stay posted on our Facebook page, so you can go back to that at any time. So Nicole says she loves Stella. Me too. And here's a little tip. I date my Stella. So I date her so that I know when I opened it. This is when I open it. So it kind of gives me a idea of how long it lasts, but I also have like 4 of these open at one time. So anyhow, that's just one idea for you. So thank you again. I will be back tomorrow, and I'm not real sure if I'm going to do the kit or if I'm going to do a stamp set. So, but you guys know that I will post it tomorrow with what I am doing so that you know and are well aware. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Anything about the party, go right ahead. I am here and ready to help. So thank you again for joining me this evening, and I hope you enjoyed it. Good night.